Hello friends, welcome to Java Solutions Guide. In this tutorial, I will explain you how we can connect to an EC2 instance using SSH from Windows. As you can see here, I am already logged into the AWS console and there is already an EC2 instance which is in the running state. So if you don't know how to launch an EC2 instance, please have a look over my previous video where I have explained all the steps how to launch an EC2 instance. If you know the steps, then you can continue with this video. To connect to an EC2 instance, there are some prerequisites which you should make sure that those are there before you start connecting to your EC2 instance. So let us have a look over those prerequisites. So the first one is verify that the instance is ready. So what does it mean that your instance is ready? It means that before you start connecting to your EC2 instance, it should have passed the status checks. If it doesn't have passed the status checks, then you cannot connect to your EC2 instance. And if you will try to connect to your EC2 instance uh, without passing these status checks, then basically you will get connection timeout error. So it takes some time. When you launch an EC2 instance, it takes around maybe 2-3 minutes to get it ready. So until then, you will see here initializing. It will show initializing. Here also under the status checks, you will see initializing, and here also initializing. So once these checks has been passed, then you will see green tick here, and then after that you can start connecting to your instance. So if you go to status checks tab, you see here there are two checks basically, system status checks and instance status checks. So what does system status checks means? It means that it checks that the underlying infrastructure which is running your EC2 instance, is that okay, is that running fine? If there is no issue with that, if there is no issue with that, it will say okay. And here at instance status checks, it will check if your operating system is ready to accept the traffic. So those are definitely mandatory things before you start connecting to your instance. So please make sure that these are uh, done before you start connecting. The next one is make sure you know where to find the public IP address or DNS of your EC2 instance. So if you want to connect to EC2 instance, we should definitely know the public IP address of your EC2 instance. So here you can find that information. So here you can see this public DNS, and this here just under this you can find the public IP also. So next one is make sure you know the default username which you will use to connect to your instance. So for all the different kind of AMIs, there is some particular user which is allowed to connect using SSH. So like here we are using Amazon Linux AMI. So basically while launching this EC2 instance, I chose an Amazon Linux AMI. So because Amazon Linux AMI allows EC2 user to connect using SSH. So for connecting to EC2 instance using SSH, I will use EC2 user. But for different AMIs with different operating systems, the user name might be different. So you need to make sure you are using the right user. And here I have provided the link where you can have, where you can check the all the different kind of users for different AMIs. Okay, so next one is make sure you know the location of .pem file. So while launching an instance, we download this .pem file, and this is basically the private file which is downloaded on our system. And at the same time, when we after downloading that PEM file, when we launch the EC2 instance, so at the EC2 boot time, the public key content is placed on the instance in entry within the .ssh folder, and the file name will be authorized keys. So in this file you will have the public key, and the private key you will download on your system. So while as in doing SSH, you will provide the private key. So make sure you know the location of the .pem file, because it will be required when you execute the SSH command. And next one is make sure that the inbound SSH traffic from your IP address to your instance is enabled. So because we are going to make SSH connection from this Windows machine, to the EC2 instance. So I should make sure that this EC2 instance allows the traffic from my machine, otherwise it will not work. So this is definitely a one of the another prerequisite. So let us quickly check uh, this if this is set up or not. So we need to go to description and go to security groups, click on the security group and click on security group ID, and here you will see the inbound rules and outbound rules which are attached to this security group, and this security group is in turn attached to the EC2 instance. So here you can see the inbound rules is that allow SSH traffic from anywhere, from any source on the internet on port 22. So which means that our machine is also allowed to connect to this instance using SSH. So yeah, I mean, this is not an ideal situation that you allow anyone on internet to connect to your EC2 instance using SSH, but so you can restrict the that use by giving specific IP address. But here for the demo purpose, I'm using just 0.0.0.0. So this rule is there, that is good. So let's go back to instances and let's go back to the prerequisites. So then last one is make sure that you have given correct permissions to .pem file. So your .pem file should have the uh, permissions which are, I mean, it should have only the you as the owner of the file should have the read permissions to the .pem file. There shouldn't be anyone else on the system, any other user on the system which should have access, read or write access to that .pem file. So if you will not have the correct permissions, you will get an error that private key not found. So make sure you have the correct permissions to this file. Okay, so now I'll show you how to change the permissions. So I'll go to, this is the my file, my key pair. I'll go to properties, I'll go to security, and here you can see currently 3 users have access to this file, and I have to remove the other users and keep only myself. So I'll go to advanced and I'll say, okay, so before that, if I say system and if I say edit and I say remove, so it's not allowing me to remove this. So it says you can't remove system because this object is inheriting permissions from its parents. So to remove system, you must prevent this object from inheriting permissions. So turn off the option for inheriting permissions. So what I have to do is I have to go to advanced and then I say disable inheritance and remove all inherited permissions, and then it's gone. So now I can add myself. I'll go to edit and I say add and I'll add myself, and I'll say okay and apply. Maybe read only is enough. Apply. Okay, so permissions are good. So now to the final step is to connect to EC2 instance, and for that I need a SSH client. So in case of Windows 10, I have a PowerShell, so I'll open PowerShell, and I need to go to downloads because that is where I have my .pem file, and then the command you can find here. You have selected your instance, you go to connect, and here you can find the command to connect to your EC2 instance. So you just need to paste it here. Basically what it is saying, ssh-i, give the name of the .pem file, and then the user which is allowed to make SSH connection, which is in case of Amazon Linux AMI is EC2 user. So user at the rate the remote EC2 instance. I'll say enter, and as you can see we are already in the EC2 instance. So we have successfully connected to this instance. We can do commands like sudo yum update and see it's working. Yeah, so That's all I wanted to show in this tutorial. If you have any questions, please put those in the comment section. I will try to answer those. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please do give a like and subscribe the channel for more such videos. See you in the next tutorial.